So Maurkice Pouncey has joined Al Villanueva as two of the lone players for the Pittsburgh Steelers who have decided to remove Antwon Rose Jr.'s name from the back of their helmet. Now, in a post on Instagram, Maurkice Pouncey talked about why he did this and why he decided to take this route, because he believes that the Pittsburgh Steelers provided limited information in regards to the situation that played out during Antwon Rose Jr.'s death. I think that this is really an indictment on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, for most of you who don't know, and I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who do, Antwon Rose Jr. was shot by police while he was fleeing after he was caught by cops with gun residue on his hand following reports of a drive-by shooting. Antwon Rose Jr.'s family did settle for $2 million with the East Pittsburgh Police after filing a civil suit, but the fact remains that Antwon Rose Jr. was involved in a situation that put him in suspicious sights of the police. He had gun residue on his hands, and in his attempt to flee, he was shot by police. And there's an argument to be made there about what the technicalities of the law are. But I certainly wouldn't say that Antwon Rose Jr. was innocent in this situation. And I do believe that if you're gonna pick somebody to be a martyr for a cause, you need to pick someone who clearly wasn't at fault in the situation that ended with them being shot and killed. In this situation with Antwon Rose, I don't believe that we have enough details to say that he was innocent by a long stretch, as he was a person of interest and suspected of being involved in a drive-by shooting. Gun residue on your hands, hey, that's pretty hard to dispute when it comes to the rule of the law. And in this case, even though they did settle with the family, I believe that this could be considered a justified shooting. Now, with that all being said, Maurkice released a statement on his Instagram, which he detailed out his entire purpose for removing Antwon Rose Jr.'s name from his helmet. In his Instagram post, Maurkice Pouncey says, "I want to personally clarify what transpired this past Monday night in regard to having Antwon Rose's name on the back of my helmet. I was given limited information on the situation regarding Antwon, and I was unaware of the whole story surrounding his death and what transpired during the trial following the tragedy. I should have done more research to fully understand what occurred in its entirety. My work with the police, both in Pittsburgh and back home in Florida, is well documented. I don't always feel the need to highlight what I do with the police departments, but I also want to make sure they understand I inadvertently supported a cause of which I did not fully comprehend the entire background of the case. I take responsibility for not doing more investigating into something that is sensitive to the community and his family, but it is a lesson learned as it relates to political issues that occur every day in our society. Moving forward, I will make my own decision about what to wear on the back of my helmet. Make no mistake, I'm against racism, and I believe the best thing I can do is to continue helping repair relationships between the police and their communities. Systemic racism issues have occurred in our country for too long, and that needs to stop. My focus will continue to be on helping the police in our communities, and I will support making any necessary changes to help those efforts." Now, I think there's a couple of important things to take from what Maurkice Pouncey said. I think on one end, you look at how he is actually very supportive of the police departments in Pittsburgh and does a lot of work with them, both in Pittsburgh and both in Florida. Maurkice believes that by helping police, he's also helping the communities, and he's absolutely right in that. So I actually do commend Maurkice Pouncey for coming out and standing behind what he believes in. And I also believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers should have never went the route of trying to have one person's name on the back of everyone's helmet, whether it was a team vote or not. I truly believe that each player should decide what it is they want to put on the back of their helmet, if they're going to put anything at all. For instance, Al Villanueva chose to put Army Sergeant First Class Alwyn Chase, a black soldier who died during an IED attack in Iraq, on the back of his helmet to honor him, a soldier who was awarded the Silver Star posthumously after he went back into a burning vehicle to try and save soldiers in his troop with 2nd and 3rd degree burns over 70% of his body. That's a hero. That's somebody who we should honor. I'm 100% behind him in doing that. So at the end of the day, I think it boils down to the Pittsburgh Steelers making the mistake of thinking that having one name on all helmets was going to be something that really was going to pass for players who may have had differing opinions about names that they wanted to have on their helmets. And I think that these guys are totally justified in doing what they did. And I think that the Steelers should allow each player to decide who it is they want to go with on the back of their helmet. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this video. Think about subscribing to the Observant Lineman Uche Nwaneri. I appreciate you guys very much for checking out this video, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.